everyone, I'm Mishka. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's episode of Cinderella Phenomenon, we are going to be starting the next route, and that is Karma. Okay, yes, we are going to be doing Karma. And so I am just at the place where we first encounter her or him, I think. Before we get started, make sure to hit the subscribe button and share this video with your friends so they can find out about my amazing channel just like you have right now. So yeah, let's get into it. I hope you enjoy. Oh, and also this time I wanted to change the character's name and just put it as like the regular Lucette name. I didn't want to do Marie. Honestly, it's kind of weird. So I think from now on, we're just, for the other routes, gonna keep the preset name because I like it better. But yeah, here we are at the toy shop, and this is where we first encounter Karma. So I just want to go back to the palace. Yep. Good morning. Up until this point, I had always considered Mother to be the fairest beauty in the land. The lady that walks in proves me wrong. Her beauty is mesmerizing and clearly without peer. Everyone in the shop is openly staring. Oh, you're early today, ma'am. I have some important errands to run later today. Are the items ready now? Of course, let me go and fetch them for you. I'll be just one moment, Emmeline. Why is she smiling at me? Here you are, ma'am. Thank you. Ah, that lady was beautiful. Right? Any girl standing next to her becomes hopelessly ugly by comparison. Who is she? She's new around town. Some say that she's a fairy. A fairy? And I'm going to go and skip to, oh gosh. I remember all this part. Oh, hi, Delora. Sorry, I'm just skipping through all this till we... Oh! Didn't we go, like, right last time? I'm gonna go left. Yeah. I wonder if Karma is like this way or something. I cannot let the pain in my feet or my exhaustion stop me. If I stop now, they will definitely catch me. And taking my coins might not be the worst thing they do. A dead end. Nowhere left to run now, girl. What do I do? Oh, who are you, gentlemen? No way. This is definitely not how you treat a lady. Huh? Who's there? Ain't no way it's Karma. A shadow looms above us. No! How did I guess that? Before I can blink, a person has jumped down in front of me. His body acts as a barrier between the two men and me. Who are you? Oh, me, just a passing gentleman concerned about a damsel in distress. He turns to the men, his expression calm, his eyes flashing dangerously. Now, shall I teach you gentlemen a lesson? He's got a sword. What? Come back here, you coward. The two of us can take him. I think your friend has the right idea. I'm not the type to show mercy. This is way too much trouble for a little gold. Are you alright, my lady? You found her. The boy from yesterday? A little slow, aren't you, kid? Don't call me that. These two know each other. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I feel ill. My head is pounding and my feet feel simultaneously like they are frozen and on fire. My stomach rumbles, the hunger coming back with a vengeance. My body feels light. Princess! Princess! Lady Parfait will be able to help her. You're right, we need to move now before anyone else sees us. Yeah. Hang in there, princess. Everything is fading. This is where we skip. That was really interesting. Go away. Okay, I have no questions. If you guys would like to go and see what those questions were, I did videos on the prologue. Oh, okay. May I join you? I look up and stare in shock at the beautiful lady from the toy shop. Her beauty still manages to take my breath away. What is she doing here? You were in the toy shop. Ah yes, I was there picking up some items for a friend. I'm humbled you still remember me. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Miss Karma. Your name is Karma? A suitable name for someone as beautiful as me, no? Karma, your narcissism is going to scare the princess away. Oh. You or that magician boy? Boy? Oh, how appropriate, boy. Call me that one more time and I'll ruin that pretty face of yours. You would hit a lady? How savage. Anyway, I'm Waltz Cresswell. I have the Neverland Curse. What about you, princess? What's your fairytale curse? Does everyone share what their curse is? We talk about it freely in the margin. The whole point is helping each other break our curses after all. Hard to do that if we keep our fairy tales quiet. He pauses, then narrows his eyes slightly. Well, some people keep their fairy tales a secret. He eyes Karma briefly, cocking an eyebrow. The smile never leaves Karma's face. Has anyone managed to break their curse? I've been told that a few have. A few, that's not very reassuring. Well, at least the curses can be broken. I cannot particularly say that reassures me either. What ails you, darling? Is it your curse? You can talk to us about it. Tell us what it is. Cinderella. Oh goodness, Cinderella. That explains the nature of your curse, only it's been reversed, hasn't it? Riches to rags. That's one way of putting it. Karma, you're not helping. You really are better off ignoring him, princess. He mostly speaks nonsense. I've returned. Speak of the devil. Did you miss me? Karma had left abruptly yesterday, saying that she had something very important to take care of. Waltz trails in after her now, carrying several boxes in his arms. Why am I carrying these? Because you made me run the errand for you at the toy shop the other day, and because gentlemen carry things for ladies. I'm going to drop them now. Those boxes contain very important contents. Welcome home, Miss Karma. Nice to see you've survived the trip, Waltz. Thank you, Anise. So, is this our new housemate? We've not had the opportunity to meet. I am... We are all surprised when Ruppel suddenly reaches out to grab Karma's hand. Okay, yeah, like I said, this is in the prologue, so y'all can go and watch that if you want. I'm gonna skip to the partner thing. Oh, chapter 2. Oh god. Oh, the broom. Oh, I can barely catch my breath after that. Princess Parfait sent me to check. How lovely. It's so clean that I can see my reflection on the floorboards. I'm impressed. Do not even think about stepping into this room with your dirty shoes. Goodness, I didn't know princesses could be such terrifying creatures. You are aware that the march is opening soon, yes? The floor isn't going to stay clean forever. Then do not open the margin. I do sympathize with you, princess. It's difficult adjusting to the commoner's life. What would you know about that? More than you think. What? Oh, did I let that slip? That was my mistake. Karma just smiles at me, his eyes gleaming with playful mischief. He's definitely hiding something. Period. Alright, this is the partner thing. Karma, you're gonna ask him for help. I find Karma sitting quietly at the bar. I thought he was the picture of elegance when I saw him at the toy shop, but he's really just conceited. I walk over to where he is. Oh, Princess Lucette, you look stunning as always in your work clothing. He must be mocking me, but it does not matter. I am here because I want you to teach me about goodness. Not even a compliment in return. I'm rather offended. Relax, princess. I'm just teasing you. I noticed. Now can you answer my question? Princess, you do so wound me. This is going nowhere. Maybe I should ask someone else. Princess, wait. You made the right decision in coming to me for help, I assure you. The best people, princess, look beautiful. The way you look outside has to match what you have inside. How is that supposed to help me? Are you implying that I'm not beautiful? Of course not. I only suggest that you smile more often. Smiling will not help me accomplish a good deed. And smiling has nothing to do with beauty. Oh dear, I'm afraid that's not true at all. People who are beautiful smile all the time. Like myself. He's not helping at all. Don't give me that look, darling. A real smile lifts the heart, takes stress off the mind, and... Well, in order to do good, you must first change yourself. Make yourself more beautiful on the outside and the inside. I really don't know why I came to him for advice. But what did I expect from such a flamboyant man? He is as shallow as a puddle of water. Oh no, it's the broom. Alright, we're going to go back to Karma. I find Karma sitting at one of the tables looking out a window. You're being quiet today? What a rare sight. Oh, princess. Why would you be so surprised to see me? Because it is an honor every time you visit me. Have you come for my advice? I want you to tell me how to do a good deed. My, so straightforward. What is he talking about? It's really simple. You just do something without strings attached. No strings attached? Yes, you do something for someone without asking them to pay you back. It is hard to wrap my head around doing such a thing. Why would I do something without needing to? Have you done such a thing for someone before? Of course I have, princess. That was a long pause. It was only a thoughtful one. Right. Is that all? I believe so. That tad bit of wisdom ought to serve you well. Bro. Okay, we are now at the partner route selection theme. Come on. Chapter 3, Secret Practices. I decide to go search for Karma as soon as I am done with Mr. Broom, or as soon as it is done with me. He should be sitting at the bar or at a table. I find him at the usual table talking to Waltz, who has his hand on a box. Why, if it isn't the princess, lovely morning, isn't it? It is the same as any other. Nonsense. Every morning brings new opportunities, right, Waltz? I guess so. Every day there's another chance for a good deed, princess. Right. No clever comments today, princess? I do so enjoy them. Maybe coming to Karma was a bad idea. I would love to stay and offer advice, but Waltz and I better be off. We do have work to do. You mean that you're going to put me to work? Work? Parfait has asked us to pick up some provisions for the tavern. She asked us, but in the end, it would be me carrying everything. You'd make a lady carry everything? Karma suddenly stops and whirls to look at me with wide eyes. Oh. I cannot say that I like the glimmer in his eyes. How would you like to help, Princess Lucette? I'm sure this would count as one of your good deeds. I'm pretty sure that's not how this works. Oh, Waltz, you're no fun. Helping Karma carry things does not sound pleasant, but I'll go. Truly, oh my, Waltz, it seems I will not be acquiring your assistance today. Princess, are you sure? Perhaps this might be considered good. Besides, I'll finally get to leave this place for the first time since I've been here, I'm sure. Okay, take good care of the Princess Karma. Of course. Okay, now we're going into town. Yay. For the rest of the day, Karma takes me to different shops around the town, reading off of a long list and giving me the coins to buy things. I notice that the townspeople treat me nicely when the two of us are together. I do not understand why everyone likes Miss Karma so much, but maybe it is because they do not really know him. We stop in the middle of the town and sit at a small cafe on the outskirts to take a break. Miss Karma is still the picture of elegance. Why do you dress like a woman? Darling, not so loud. Why is this even a secret? It's related to my curse. I mentioned that before, didn't I? What was your curse again? Karma was one of the only people at the tavern who did not share what his curse was. Is knowing my curse even so important? You know what my curse is, so tell me what yours is. You dragged me around town to help carry your things. But princess, those weren't even my things. They weren't mine either. Okay, I will tell you, though it is very sad, I do not think a curse is meant to be a happy thing. I have the beauty's curse. It is what forces people to fall in love with me every time they see my handsome face. Is that really a curse? That does not seem awful at all. Terrible, isn't it? Oh. We could be straightforward. Yeah, it's terrible. What? Most people don't agree with me. It does not make sense for a witch to cast a good curse on you. I guess it doesn't, does it? Thank you, Princess Lucette. Why is he thanking me? Still, it feels like I'm missing something. Is that really the entirety of his curse? But don't people fall in love with you when you are a woman as well? No, princess. That love is admiration or appreciation, sometimes lust. And when you're a man, they swarm to me like moths to light. It becomes suffocating. Whom does it affect? The curse only affects women. It is a condition of the curse that they be a woman and that I be a man. It's part of the fairy tale. Which fairy tale? The one with... Oh. Karma suddenly stands up and points at a man selling red apple-like candies. He pulls me over, insisting that we try one. I try to bring up the subject of the curse again, but to no avail. Karma somehow manages to be distracted for the rest of the day and is able to effectively dodge my questions. Is Karma hiding something from me? Why would he? I thought pairing up meant helping each other break our curses. Does he not want to break his curse? Honestly, if he's like Rod, I'll probably be annoyed because Rod was so annoying with his curse. Oh, thank you so much, Lucette. We were in dire need of these supplies. I supervised her well, didn't I? Of course, dear. He did not do anything. Karma, princess, you wound me. It's the truth. But we had that nice talk. You avoided half my questions. Karma lets out an expectorated sigh that becomes a very forced yawn. I'm going to bed. Today has been a tiring day. Please excuse me, darling. Sleep well. Sleep well, Karma. Karma walks away, leaving me alone with Parfait. He's not so bad, you know. I do not know why I agreed to work with him. Give him a chance, Lucette. I did not get a single good deed today. It's not just about the act, but about the intentions. Did Karma just use me then? I am tired. I'm going to bed. Tonight, I will rethink my partnership. Ooh, Miss Ma'am. I barely slept that night. When I woke up the next day, my body is sore from carrying supplies around town yesterday. The more I think about Karma, the more my anger boils inside of me. How could I have not gotten a good deed yesterday? I decide to find him first thing in the morning. I see him at his usual table, once again staring out at the window. A dark aura seems to surround him, and I notice that no one is sitting with him today. Karma. He keeps staring outside, and his eyes are glassy. Karma! Oh, princess, good morning. It is far from a good morning. I did not sleep at all last night. What a shame. His voice is surprisingly cold, his tone rather dismissive. I was too busy thinking about yesterday. You told me that helping you would maybe help me complete a good deed. I point at my necklace, which hasn't changed at all since I received it. Do you see? Not another piece. You get pieces added to your glass slipper. That's charming. I was thinking that pairing up with you was a bad idea. Princess, did you just say that you were paired up with me? Yeah, I did. You must have known. Oh my, I assumed that you just wanted to help me. I didn't know you were pairing up with anyone. That's right. I never told him directly I wanted to pair up. Should I have? Well, it does not matter what I say anymore because I do not think you can help me. Princess, I can't help you do a good deed. You have to do them on your own. I can present you with opportunities, though. Opportunities. We start first by following the eyes around your heart. So even Karma is calling me the Ice Princess. At least I speak my mind and don't pretend to be someone I am not. And I do not promise things I cannot deliver either. Princess, I do believe you misinterpreted my words yesterday. That is not my fault. Patience is a virtue. Now, if you could, I would like some time alone. I did not sleep well yesterday. Didn't didn't sleep well. Oh dear, that makes all three of us. This is, oh gosh. I turn around and see Rumple at the front door. He strides toward the table with a confident grin on his face and then takes another seat. Karma lets out a sigh. Foul man, what are you doing here? You flirt with a man once and he hates you, is that it? No, you flirt with a man and then you saw him unnecessarily. Oh, I thought that was all in good fun. Something about the expression on Rumple's face tells me that that is not true at all. Are they always going to be at each other's throats now? What are you doing here, Rumple? I couldn't help but overhear that you were looking for a partner, Princess. Ooh, Karma's upset. I thought I might offer my assistance since I know that I can make you far happier than this fool over here. Would you like me to hit you again? What is the problem, sir? I only came to provide assistance where you could not. Rumple turns to me and grabs my hand and winks at me. What do you say, Princess? We could be wonderful partners, and in no time at all, I swear I could have your heart aflutter. Oh! Oh, okay. Before I can slap his hand away, Karma slaps him instead. I cannot help the surprise on my face. Would you like another slap? I am in no mood for pleasantries today. I don't know how I ever mistook you for a lady. You're the most brutish man here. Ooh. A slap for each cheek, darling. Would you like a third? Rumple stands abruptly from the table and glares at Karma. I can almost see electricity bouncing between the two of them as they stare over my head at each other. I see 𝐍𝐸𝐬𝐿 walking toward us with a stern look on her face. I would never hurt a person unnecessarily. I don't resort to violence. My, then that gives me all the openings I need. No, you don't need... Stop being mean. No matter how annoying Rumple is, I don't think he deserves to be abused so much. Besides, Karma does not usually lash out like this. I move to stand in front of Rumple. Princess? This is pathetic, Karma. I know you're not in the mood for pleasantries, but that is no excuse to hurt Rumple. Princess, please move. You're acting like a petulant child. Period! Fine, you're right. I wasn't expecting to so easily admit to a mistake. I turned to Rumple. I was only standing up for you, Rumple, because Karma is annoying me. I looked down at my necklace, but there is no extra piece. So that wasn't a good deed either. Alright, what's happening over here? 𝐍𝐸𝐿 comes to stand in front of us, her expression stern. Oh, nothing, my sweet. I was just showing myself out. Thank you, Princess Lucette. Alright, bye, Rumple. Rumple leaves and I am alone with Karma. He slumps back down into his chair. After making sure that he won't do anything rash again, 𝐍𝐸𝐿 leaves us. I'm sorry, Princess. It appears I really was being a child. Rumple was harmless and there was no reason for me to act as uncivilized as I did. What would Father think? Father? Oh, it's nothing, but please, if you would, can you give me some time alone? Fine. I leave Karma sitting there by himself and return to the front of the tavern, where 𝐸𝐿 has more chores waiting for me. Today I have to work as a server, which is still better than working with Mr. Broom. The usual people are at the tavern, and I overhear conversations as I work. At one point, Garland walks over to the bar, and 𝐸𝐿 serves him a drink. He looks sullen, and I watch him curiously for a few moments. Then I notice he's staring at 𝐍𝐸𝐿, who is talking sternly to two drunken men continuously clacking their bottles together at a table. If you make too much of a scene here, you're going to bother the other customers. But the same people are here all the time, eh? We're not bothering anyone, hon. Garland looks so agitated. What is wrong with him? I will not stand to have you call me that again. Listen up, woman. You may have been a knight at the palace before, but y'all got no such title now. Garland stands up and I can see silent anger in his eyes. A few people at the bar look up at him with worry. I may have no title, but I still demand respect. Sir Garland, are you okay? He looks back at us almost like he's coming out of a trance. I'm fine, sorry about that, ladies. He sits back down, glancing more at 𝐍𝐸𝐿 as she continues speaking to the men. They glance at Garland warily, their expressions more somber. Why was he acting that way? Garland's usually more composed. Princess, is something on your mind? No. I brush all thoughts of what just transpired from my mind as I return to my work. Hours go by, my body protests to all the leaning I have to do. Even though I had to carry a lot around town yesterday, it was nice to be out for a while. Maybe I am better off helping him just to avoid the chores in here. At least that stops me from being worked to the bone. Oh, Princess, you're doing very well today. I always perform like this. But today you're delivering everything really quickly. Do you mean to say that I don't perform well on other days? Girl, she was giving you a compliment. No, Princess, I only mean to say that today your performance is even better than normal. Is that supposed to be a compliment? I walk away from Anise, who stares after me sadly. If she wanted to give me a compliment, she could have said something that wasn't so backhanded. You need to loosen up. Oh my god. God. As the tavern clears for the day, I finally have time to sit down and relax. As I'm there sitting, Walt pulls up a chair and sits in front of me. Hello, Princess. I heard from the niece that you were excellent at your job today. Congratulations on improving. Princess, so you're mocking me now too? Princess, I think you're taking things too seriously. The intention of a compliment is to, well, compliment someone. We're not making fun of you. You are implying that I am not normally as good at this. We never said that you weren't good at this, only that you were better today. Let me give you an example. I put on puppet shows for kids. Sometimes the children come to me and say that the show is even better than usual. So, the children are telling you that your shows aren't normally satisfactory. Not at all. The children always smile regardless of whether they really like the show. So, as long as you're trying your best, that's all that matters. The people in the bar are always smiling when you deliver food to them, aren't they? No, no one likes me here. Maybe if you smiled, they would smile back. I'm not going to smile for any of them. I do not owe them anything. You don't need to owe anyone a smile. Any smile that isn't owed is fake. Princess, I'm leaving Waltz. I want some time to myself. Oh my gosh, she is so brainwashed by her mother. I walk upstairs to my bedroom, pointedly ignoring the look of sadness on Walt's face. I have been sleeplessly laying on my bed for hours. Sometimes I hear the sounds of people walking through the hallway. Who would be up at this time of night? I need to leave and get some fresh air. It is eerily quiet at night. I stop when I hear faint sounds coming from outside. What is that? Go outside. Right? Should we go outside? It sounded like swords or something. Swords? Actually, if it's swords, actually remain inside, yeah. On second thought, maybe it would be dangerous. I turn and see Delora looking at me with amusement flickering in her eyes. Did you come down and visit Mr. Broom or something? I didn't know you two had gotten so close. We haven't. It was a joke, Princess. You really don't have a sense of humor, do you? I think it is you who does not have a sense of humor. Snappy as a crocodile as always. So, what are you doing down here? Couldn't sleep? Me too. I heard some sounds. I just wanted to see where they were coming from. Sounds? Are you really spooked by some sound from the forest, or are you just too curious for your own good? Curiosity killed the cat, you know. I didn't ask for your opinion, witch. Well, the both of us could use some fresh air, don't you think? I stare at her in surprise. Come on, I know a place we can go. Okay. Delora and I eventually find ourselves in the forest. Those sounds, it sounds like metal against metal? Well, I guess with you being partnered with Karma, you would find out eventually. Excuse me? I get the answer to my question when we walk through the trees and come into a clearing. I finally see where the sounds are coming from. Oh. Aww. Man, is he good with a sword or something? Two men stand in the clearing, swords clashing. One of the men is Garland, who is poised with his sword. It takes me a moment to realize that the other is Karma, who isn't in a dress. So it was he who was with Waltz that night. Neither he nor Garland noticed us at first. Princess, you're staring. Of course I am. What is all of this? A practice session. Karma is a fairly talented swordsman, and he practices at night with either Jurian or Garland, depending on who's not on patrol. Karma can use a sword that well. The king told me once that only knights could have such skill. Just who is Karma? Oh, if it isn't the princess. Oh. His voice is like nothing. His voice is nothing like the feminine voice I always hear from him. Karma actually sounds like a man. I notice him looking at me in between his strikes with a little smile. How does he remain so composed and steady with a distraction? Princess? Karma quickly finds an opening in Garland's hesitant stance and then pins him to the ground with his sword, still smiling. To be distracted is to die, Garland. I know. The ability to see distractions and then put them in the back of your mind is one every knight should hone. You must know everything that is happening around you, but only deal with the pertinent things. Yes, sir. Karma straightens a sword in hand. Moments later, Garland stumbles to his feet and gives an obedient bow. Karma nods at him before sheathing his sword. A slow melancholy begins to creep into my heart. For some reason, seeing the sword practice makes me nostalgic, though I'm not sure why. What are you practicing for? To protect Princess. Knowing the sword is the same as knowing the shield. It's a means to protect. I think I remember having this kind of conversation with them before. Ooh, little flashback. I can never figure out how to counter an opponent when they're mere inches from my face. My commander called that one the enemy's kiss, a standoff where your eyes lock onto your opponents because of the proximity. The best way to counter that is to feint the sword in the opposite direction. It throws your opponent off because they're not looking. Oh, that makes sense, but the enemy's kiss, what a name. It seems so dramatic for a sword move, doesn't it? Swordplay is dramatic though, isn't it? Isn't the most effective swordplay not meant to be flashy? Princess, I didn't notice you there. Good morning, Princess. Well, the most effective swordplay cannot be predicted. The commander says it needs to be robust and quick. Sometimes swordplay can look like dancing though, which is why some think that professionals are flashy. That seems unnecessary. Everyone has their own methods, their own skills. All of us knights fight for different reasons as well. Isn't it to protect all of us in the palace? Well, yes, but we protect everyone in the castle for different reasons, Princess. The knights protect for different reasons. I turn to Karma, but Karma, you are not a knight. No, I most definitely not, but since Garland and Jurian begged me to teach them, I have somehow become their mentor. There is no way Garland and Jurian would do that. After all, the both of them were the best knights in Angielle before they were stripped of their titles. Karma actually speaks the truth. Jurian and I really did have to get down on our knees and beg for him to instruct us. What? Is Karma really so talented? So, you are finally impressed with me. What do you think, Princess? I am the picture of elegance in this outfit, aren't I? You know, I don't know why you and Ripple fight so often. You really are very similar. Don't compare me to that fool. He has no class. Just because you come from different backgrounds doesn't mean he has less class. So the reason you are so tired today is because you do these practices at night. Oh, I suppose I've been caught red-handed. Why does this have to be a secret? Does it have to do with Karma's curse? But he is not in his disguise now. We could have been working on breaking our curses today, but no, you decided that staying up into the night and practicing was more important. That was probably why you were grumpy this morning. Well, our protection is vital, don't you think? Garland, you were at the palace. How was it that Karma possesses more skill with the sword than you? Princess? Karma is special, Princess. He is more talented with the sword than a lot of other people. And I do pride myself on being a splendid instructor. But never fear, Princess. I will help you dispel your curse. After all, you did just suggest that we were still partners. Can he really help me with my curse? But how will he do that by just presenting opportunities? We'll try again tomorrow, darling. But for now, Garland and I have some more work to do. This time, Garland, do not lose focus. Yes, sir. The sound of swords carries through the night air, and for a long while, I stand with Delora watching the two men fight. Karma chides Garland often, telling him that his concentration is waning. Karma is a good swordsman, perhaps even better than the palace knights. His nimble swordplay repeats again and again in my head, even when I return to the tavern for the night. Lucette, I've told you before that the knights are an unruly bunch. But mother, they are so fun to watch. They are dangerous, Lucette. Any person with a sword has the potential to use it on you. But father says that those knights are supposed to protect me. That they are, as that is their order. But as people, they may not be so good, Lucette. Not so good? The king has told you that the knights are meant to use swords to protect you, but you cannot trust them completely, even though father said they would keep me safe. Sometimes the people we trust are the most deceitful, and a man with a sword has a weapon to use against you. No matter what he says, be wary that he can turn on you. Haven't I told you before that you should not trust people? But the knights are... Even knights can be treacherous, Lucette. Do not trust the man with the sword. He can be dangerous. Yes, mother, I understand. Try to understand, my sweet. I only want you to be safe. Yes, I understand. Oh my god, her mother is like brainwashing her. Chapter 4, Girlfriends. Jurian, if you do not come at me like you truly mean to stab me, you'll never land a hit. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. It has been about 2 weeks since I first saw Calmer here in the forest practicing with Garland. I've come here every night since then, though I never stay long as Karma since I actually have work to do in the mornings. Alright, here I come. There are 2 swords class, and Karma laughs as he throws Jurian back and taps her lightly on the shoulder with his sword. That makes 4 hits, and that one was easy. Is that the best you can do, Jurian? I noticed that every time Karma practices with Jurian, he's in his Miss Karma disguise. He says it's because of the curse and because he does not want Jurian to fall in love with him. Isn't he being overdramatic? I doubt someone like Jurian could fall in love with Karma. Be subtle and quiet. Garland tells me they're usually good at that. I am, sir. Then why the exception today? Sir. Darling, it wouldn't happen to be the way... Or it wouldn't happen to be because of the way I'm dressed, would it? Are you still not used to it? Hit the nail on the head, have I? It is not very chivalrous to hurt a lady, of course, but that logic applies to men as well. An enemy is an enemy, Jurian, even if your enemy is a delicate flower like myself. Delicate flower? Jurian, you should hit him on the head for that. But Princess, he is not delicate at all. Jurian laughs and I scowl at her. Is she laughing at me? You and Karma seem to get along. I doubt it. Oh, Princess, you wound me. You always say that. You wound me where Jurian's blade cannot. Something flashes in Jurian's eyes as she readies her sword. Again, Karma stands ready as Jurian rushes at him with her sword. Their swords clash again. I wonder. Karma, your back's open. Karma turns and Jurian taps him on the shoulder and laughs aloud. I did it! A single hit. It looks like you have a weakness too, Karma. No, it wasn't a weakness. It was a lack of sleep catching up with me. Why did he listen to me? He told Garland the other day that it was crucial to only listen and watch the most important things. Alright, practice is over for now. I can see Garland coming for his practice. Karma walks to a corner to have a drink. I should probably head back to the tavern soon, but there is something I want to see first. On her way out, Jurian gives a solemn nod to Garland. She pauses to say something to him and then looks at me, noticing my vague curiosity. I was just mentioning what a good swordsman Karma is. I've seen him fight and Karma is a good swordsman. There is no doubt about it. Yet, is practicing with him really so special? He is fast on his feet and quick with his reactions. He is an excellent person to train under, even better than most of the commanders in the palace. I can second that. Even better than Ross, remember him? The first commander we trained under, the one that punished slow learning with extra exercises. You always had to do more exercises than I did. Something about you being distracted. I was watching the way you swung your sword to make sure you didn't hurt yourself. Oh, he likes her! You've always been overprotective. Well, The rope suddenly stopped to look at Karma, who is smiling slyly on the side. Why does he have that look on his face? Well, that's a sign we can't keep the commander waiting. Garland shakes his head, his expression snapping back into something more serious. Right. The two exchange quick farewells before Jurian waves and steps out of the clearing, leaving Garland with Karma. You're in a dress today. Are you two really so opposed to hurting me when I'm in a dress, or are you worried about ruining it? No. It's just so strange. You move so well, even in a long dress. But yes, 𝐸 did mention almost stepping on it once. Impossible! I'm the picture of elegance. Of course, sir. Karma shrugs Garland's covet off. The two ready their swords, then get right into practice. 𝐸 has taken over Garland's patrol now, so that 𝐸 can get in some practice time. So Garland, have you told 𝐸 yet? Oh, no. The conversation that Karma always has with Garland is the real reason I stay behind and watch them practice. I don't understand why Garland answers Karma's questions if doing so makes him so depressed. Will you ever say anything to her, Garland? Why don't you just confess to her already? Karma lands an easy hit on Garland, who sighs in response. Whenever Garland thinks about 𝐸, he gets distracted. I do not understand his feelings at all, but seeing him remain quiet frustrates me. 𝐸 is talented and posade. I could never be good enough for her. You'll never win a woman's heart if you don't compliment her looks as well, Garland. Well, she's pretty too beautiful, and then there's me. Aren't they both knights? Haven't they been training together for a long time? I can see. Ooh. I can see why you wouldn't tell her. Because she's better than me. No, because if you told her and she refused, then it would be difficult afterwards. You understand, princess? Of course I understand. I am not stupid. No, I didn't mean it like that. Don't take offense, Garland. That's just the way she talks. The princess is a fragile flower with her petals always curved inward. What does that even mean? See, if it were 𝐸, she'd probably know, but I'm just as confused as you are. I don't think so. I don't think anyone understands half of the fluff Karma speaks. It's because I weave love and dedication into every single one of my words. There's a beauty in deciphering them. But enough idle chatter, sir. Let us continue our training. I end up staying longer than I intended. By the time I consider returning to the tavern, Garland and Karma are wrapping up for the night. I have a question for Karma, so I wait until Garland leaves before I approach him. You're still here, princess? Were you seeking out alone time with me by chance? Yeah, sure. I have enough of that every day when we run errands. I just have a question for you. You always come to the right person. What can I do for you, Princess Lucette? You ask Garland the same question every time you train, and he always tells you that he cannot confess. Karma nods in acknowledgement, but his attention is on his sword. He inspects it carefully before sheathing it. It frustrates me. You're frustrated. The look of his always annoys me. Oh my, it is annoying. Did you want to ask me why he won't confess because you're so frustrated? Yes. I suppose after almost 2 months I do know you a bit better. You do not know anything about me, and I do not know anything about Karma either. Confessing isn't easy, dear Lucette. Surely you must realize that the possibility of rejection is a significant deterrent. God. But if you never ask, you never get an answer, and the stress of worrying stays with you and ruins everything. Why are you staring at me? Is that the reason you're so blunt, princess? Blunt? You're far more blunt than I am. Princess Lucette, you truly are amusing. You're as sharp as a knight's blade. I am not amusing. That is a matter of opinion, darling. He really is insufferable. And yet I still come to him for advice. The scariest part of a confession is the possibility of rejection. Can you imagine loving someone and then finding out that they don't feel the same way about you? My thoughts shift to the king, my chest tightens. Princess Lucette. Karma reaches out a hand to brush a strand of hair out of my face. I slap it away without realizing. He pulls his hand back with a gentle sigh. My apologies, princess. No, I cannot imagine. No? Loving someone and finding out they do not feel the same way. Obviously, my father never loved me. My understanding is different from what Karma is referring to. Besides, I no longer hold any love in my heart for the king. I have already given up hope on him. Right? It is a good thing you haven't experienced a rejected love, princess. It is one of the worst feelings. Karma asked to be alone, so I returned to the tavern by myself that night.